Welcome to Bedtime Stories. My name is Mia. Thank you for your company tonight. Tonight's story is about a happy life in the Alps. In the beautiful depths of the Alps, there's a small farm. Ellie and her grandmother live a simple and happy life here. Ellie loves playing with the animals on the farm. Grandmother busily milks the goats every day. Grandmother makes delicious cheese from the goat's milk. Though their life is hard, it is always filled with laughter and love. At night, Ellie and her grandmother sit by the campfire, with the distant mountains appearing serene under the moonlight. They enjoy each other's company. A close-up of Ellie snuggling in her grandmother's arms. Ellie feels like the happiest girl in the world. The sun rises, and the farm starts a new day, with Ellie and her grandmother working in the morning light. Ellie chasing butterflies on the grass, laughing happily. Ellie finds new joys every day. Grandmother planting vegetables in the garden, with Ellie helping beside her. Ellie and her dog playing by the creek, water splashing around. The creek is Ellie and her dog's favorite place. Grandmother mending clothes in the cottage, with Ellie learning beside her. Grandmother teaches Ellie many life skills. Ellie and her grandmother baking cookies in the kitchen, with the sweet aroma filling the air. Baking is one of their shared joys. Ellie and her grandmother collecting eggs on the farm, with chickens clucking around. The work on the farm never stops. Every night, grandmother tells Ellie a beautiful story. Ellie smiling in her sleep, dreaming of playing with the animals. Grandmother sipping a cup of hot tea outdoors in the early morning, with the distant mountains bathed in golden sunlight. Grandmother enjoys moments of peace in the early morning. Ellie running in the fields, with a windmill gently turning in the distance. The vast fields are Ellie's playground. Ellie and her grandmother walking hand in hand on the farm at sunset. Their silhouettes are especially warm under the sunset. Ellie swinging on a swing in front of the cottage, with grandmother smiling beside her. Swinging is one of Ellie's happiest moments. Ellie and her grandmother picnicking on a hillside, with a kite flying in the sky. Weekend picnics are their special activity. Ellie picking flowers in a flower field, with grandmother following behind. The flower field is always full of fragrance and laughter. In winter, Ellie and her grandmother building a snowman, with the snowman wearing a scarf and a hat. The winter snow brings endless fun to the farm. Ellie and her grandmother roasting marshmallows by the fire, with the warm glow reflecting on their faces. The warm moments by the fire make them closer. In spring, Ellie and her grandmother planting seeds in the garden, with sprouts breaking through the soil. Spring brings new hope and beautiful flowers. Ellie exploring in the woods, discovering an injured bird. Ellie and her grandmother taking care of the bird, placing it back in its nest. Under her grandmother's guidance, Ellie learns about care and responsibility. In summer, Ellie and her grandmother fishing by the creek, catching a big fish. Summer days are always full of surprises and adventures. Ellie and her grandmother watching the sunset in front of the farm, with colorful clouds in the sky. The beauty of the sunset always brings them peace and satisfaction. Ellie and her grandmother counting stars under the night sky, with stars twinkling above. The night sky brings endless imagination and dreams. Ellie riding a pony on the pasture, with grandmother watching protectively. Horse riding is a shared passion for Ellie and her grandmother. Ellie and her grandmother planting a small tree in front of the farm, with the sapling gently swaying in the wind. They plant not just a tree, but also hope for the future. On the farm in the Alps, a happy life continues forever.